Don't blink, it's your boying. Oh, we already have the what should we call it? We already have the effect of yesterday. How are you guys doing today? We hope you guys are doing well. Today is the 26th June 2024. As you can see, it's about to get dark, so we're gonna do like half of the live outside, half of the side of the live inside. Super happy that we're getting to be here. Hope you guys again are doing well. Today we're not eating a lot because we ate at lunch with my father. We ate a nice sandwich, so we're gonna eat pancakes. Got a lot of subject to talk about. I know I said it was more about you guys, but let's be honest. Fuck, I hate saying that, but I'm super behind. I'm super behind schedule. So if I can do 2 live, then I'll do 2 live. It's gonna be better. I think it's gonna be a lot better. So without further ado, let's fucking get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is super simple. It is simply the pancakes. I have a good story about the pancakes. Why are pancakes so important to me? Well, actually, oh, they're so good. I love pancakes. We had a nice sandwich, but this beats it. When I was young, again, I was raised in my father's house, right? Sorry about that. We're doing 2 videos in the live at the same time. So I'm hoping that this is something that we can do, not every day, but sometimes, right? And I think, guys, I was raised by my father. Didn't even know how to cook, right? But every Sunday without flaws, it was the tradition to make some pancakes. We would make it by hand. Now, the thing that my dad didn't know was the second you add his back turn, I would eat the batter. I love pancake batter. I mean, nothing beats that. And it's kind of nice because, oh fuck, so good. I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't be eating on live, but then again, who gives a shit, right? So, why was it important to me? Because I was a very hard child to connect with. All I cared about was video games, which is okay. I didn't really care about other people. I was in my world, and I was a kid. Of course, it's not a bad thing, but the truth, nothing mattered to me more than Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. I was that way at work, at school, and at home. See, you know what's weird? As a kid, I had this, most of the kids are gonna have a very active imagination. Not Inky. Inky was more so, constantly I think about it, right? So, with my mom and my father, there was no common interest, common ground, right? And the pancake, although it's stupid and although it's once a week, still felt like something I would do. Still felt like a family activity, right? I think my mom wasn't there, but still, you know what I mean? So, yeah, this is why pancakes are so important to me. Because of that. It's because of that, those little moments, right? And it means something. It does actually means a lot, you know? It's so good. We have an original monster. We have a lot to do today. A lot of videos. And it's nuts. I don't know if I should admit it. I should just admit it. What I'm going to do first, we're going to be using a, because if I don't use them, I'm going to lose them. How much time did I have left? Flare is 6 to 30th. 30th is not good. 30th is 2 days. 2 days gonna be the day. Well, it's 3 days because we're the 20. Oh, we're the 26th today. Okay, never mind. I thought it was the 27. So yeah, so Another video to do, which is good because I, again, love making content, but it's rough. Especially since I've been obsessed with the new, like, again, I was talking about this yesterday. But I want to like go back to it. I want to kind of talk about it again because to me it was a really good subject. I don't think I went into in deep again, and it's all a question of perception. It's all subjective, of course, but I don't think I went too deep. And the good thing that I did was like, okay, well, I have this not obsession, but I have this preference for people that have been doing content for a while because, again, like I said yesterday, which I feel like it's repeating, but still, it is about like diving in into a person, into the lore, right? And the fact that we found a new person is so exciting because um, there's only like a handful of people. Like for example, I'm thinking about Casey Neistat. I'm talking about GMM, right? The not necessarily Casey, more GMM. But the thing with GMM is I fucking love Rhett and Link. Don't get me wrong, okay? Don't get me wrong. The problem with Rhett and Link is most of the past videos are more so about a subject than about them, right? They're trying something, they're doing an activity, they're guessing where the food is from. So it's amazing video and it's fun to watch, but it's not necessarily some content that is Rhett and Link. And again, it's a choice that they made, which I respect. Now, if you kind of look at the if you kind of look at the it's tough. If you look at the it's actually like I cannot believe that I never talk about this. It's so fucking hard because you're trying to get like people, and to me there's a couple of rules to really get into a channel or a content creator as a whole. There's two rules. There's two big rules. First of all, you have to have done content for a while because I want to dive in again. But second of all, which is weird, they still have to be producing content. There's a very simple, get silly reason for that because it doesn't matter if they're doing content a lot, they're not doing a lot. It still feel like they're not relevant and culture-wise. We're picking relevant as numbers, but it's more so relevant as people, right? And so that's why people like girlfriend versus boyfriend, amazing, but then they separated, so you're like, holy shit, it's not the same, right? You look at people like Philip DeFranco. Philip DeFranco again. I would love to get into Philip DeFranco, but the problem with Philip DeFranco would be that how can I say that? It would be more about news that are not relevant. If you look at, I would look at people, and there's a lot of people like for example, Trisha Paytas. Also, the problem with Trisha Paytas is Trisha. Although a lot of people hate her, I don't mind. I think she's fucking cool. Trisha did so much. Like went on TV, went on radio, biggest radio show like fucking Howard Stern, fucking Ellen. Went on new show. The problem with Trisha is she was involved into so much drama, right? Involved with a lot of drama, and she has the horrible habit of taking out videos, of deleting videos, which okay, you can delete your video if you want. It's your property, right? But lore-wise, you're taking out a piece of content, and your lore has become less and less complete, and then you have to go on like Reddit or shit like that to get the entirety of the story. But on Reddit, it's like, oh, you're hearing hearsay. You're not hearing the truth. You're hearing what people want you to hear, right? Which is something I'm not dead set about, but it's not something that I actively want to see, right? I don't mind it. It's not me that decides what people should do, but at the end of the day, it is something that I personally see as a value, right? I did delete some of my videos. The only videos that I deleted were videos I used a emulator for, because again, I would be like, hey, it is possibly a problem, right? Long story short, there's a lot of artists or content creator. What's up, one we? How you doing, dude? So it's all about like, and it takes out so many people. Like for example, I've been watching Angry Grandpa and Michael Green for a while, and then it's funny because you see them grow, and even artists like or content creator like for example PewDiePie, right? PewDiePie, I might not be interested in the gaming aspect of his channel, not because I don't think he's interesting, but because again, he's a dude that deleted a lot of videos, right? And again, it's not so much of a problem, but now I'm seeing the vlogs, and I'm really interested in the vlogs. I'm really interested in the person rather than PewDiePie. So there's video that I'm making. There's moment that I am acoustic. That's cool. That's cool. I don't mind. There's things that you're doing, and you're like, okay, well, guess what? You're gonna be. I'm gonna have to play a character, right? But seeing Felix, which is the name of PewDiePie, as a father, you're seeing how we evolve as a person. You're seeing how life is so much more than just a couple of things, right? And it makes you realize. So again, there's so little artists that actively do that. Casey Neistat is a good one, but Casey is Casey is almost a rabbit hole. Like with Casey, if you don't, I've been watching some Casey Neistat, and I love the guy. I love the video that he makes. I think he's fucking talented. But with Casey videos, with Casey channel, you're either all in or all out. You have to dive in, right? And currently, I don't necessarily have the time to dive in. What I would do, what I would love doing is actively going on for example, if I go on a trip, or for example, if I'm working, right? To download or to watch every single videos in like a week. Because for the vlogs, he has 880 vlogs. 880 vlogs. And dude has been and they're about 20 to 30 minutes each. So that's a investment of time. I feel like it's one of the most rewarding. You would see Tana with, again, there's another one which is Tana Mongo. And like, well, with Tana it's weird because there's a lot of things that she says. And again, I'm gonna go back to what I said yesterday. It really breaks my heart. Listen, I think Tana's a sweet person. I think she did a lot for YouTube. But there's a lot of things that she regret doing. There's a lot of things that she regret having done. Which is fine. You can do whatever the fuck you want in life. But again, yesterday I was talking about Ronnie Radke, which is the singer, right? And Ronnie Radke was like, dude, which is one of the person that really helped me out in moments of need. His music kind of saved me. So for him to come back years later and say, hey, that music was shit, I don't like that music, I regret doing that. It's bad. And for Tana Mongo, was she the most influential YouTuber? No. Did she influence a lot of people? Yes. Did she improve the quality of life of a lot of people? Absolutely. And the fact that she regrets it, it's her business, but it's just still a shame. So then who's left? You got people like Fousey that I think he's I think Fousey is one of the best creator. But again, you're seeing what he did, and you're like, yeah, well, the guy is always in and out. The guy has mental issue, and I don't think him having less mental issue makes him less of an artist or less of a person. But there's this constant case of I'm not doing well. There's this bands of OG that are not doing content. You got Logan Paul, hate him or like him, he has been doing content for a while. You got Jake Paul, again, like hate him or like him, he has been doing content for a while, right? And these people have been starting like in the 2016, 2017, and what is crazy is when you look at it, it's like 7 or 8 years. So there's another issue here where I'm like, okay, well, I don't really like those people because again, scam and that, but it's actually like a problem. Like there's so little. So, and it's weird because maybe I don't know, but there's so little popular YouTuber that have been doing content for a while and are still making content. So I would fall into what I'm doing, right? And then, weirdly enough, very weirdly, you look at it and you realize that the lolcow, the quote unquote people we make fun of, the quote unquote people that have not won at making content, are all kind of doing good. You look at DSP. DSP was huge. Now, possibly one of the most hated people on the internet. which excuse me, it sucks, but still, look, my apologies. Look to your God. Once loved, now hated. Look at Boogie. Once loved, now hated. If you look at, I think that's enough, right? But those people have been doing content for a long ass time, and they're still doing content, even though they were told that, hey, you lost. I think it's something beautiful, and that's why I'm attracted to a channel like that. I'm really attracted to a channel like that because, again, we all love a underdog. It doesn't, to me, it's weird because, like, so to me, an underdog is what? An underdog is somebody that nobody thinks is gonna win, but it's gonna win, right? There's this concept of has been. Has been are people that were once big but now are not big. So you're like, okay, well, I understand that they had their chance and they wasted it, which is, again, sad but the truth. And then you have other people, and you're like, oh well, those are still fighting. There's still hope for those people, and it almost feels like it has been because it almost feels like an underdog because nobody thinks that they're gonna succeed, but they're still ending strong. They're still fighting in a shape or form that is, I'm gonna push myself to do something good, right? And I think personally, I think it's a very admirable. I can hate the person, but still say, not hate. Hate is a strong word, but I can dislike somebody and say, hey, I still respect what you've done. I still respect what you accomplished. I'm still admire the fact that you're trying to accomplish something, right? It's as important. I was living in a family where both my mom and my father were role model when it came to jobs. My father was working the same job for 32 years, which is not because he took his retirement. For 32 years, and my mom was been working in the place she's working at for 27 years, which is, again, it's phenomenal. So the two of them have been the role model when it comes to consistency, and I think consistency is something that is so important, right? For to come back to the YouTuber that I enjoy, one of them that I really enjoy right now is Connor and Liliana, because they have this kid in their family channel, and they're Welsh, so there's this. It's so rewarding because there's this almost whatchamacallit, there's this cultural aspect where I'm learning. There's this family aspect where I'm having fun. It's really fucking nice. Honestly, it's really nice. And it's kind of coming on with TikTok, and it's weird. TikTok is the exact same. It's like there's people that are OG, and it's weird because TikTok was released. Well, it's kind of released in 2020, right? So you're seeing people that have been doing that for 4 years. I started making content in 2021, and I don't see myself as an OG. I don't see myself as one of the old school. My apologies. And it's weird because on TikTok, I've been doing TikTok for a while. I haven't focused on doing TikTok for a while. It's kind of really new that we're focusing on TikTok. My apologies. And even then, I say focusing on TikTok, but I'm not focusing on TikTok. I'm focusing on making content and putting it in as much platform as I can. You see, so it's tough. It is actually tough because at the end of the day, it's also what I was saying in the Daily Planner. It's a fashion of we're not focused. We're everywhere at the same time. It's harder, but we went to my father's house today. We went to my father's house. And in my family, listen, I love my family. I'm extremely proud of my roots. I'm extremely proud of who I am as a person. But in my family, like, we're not that many of us that succeeded. Like, I got one of my cousins. She's super successful, and when you look at her, she really worked harder than a lot of us. It was so much as she was a manager, a asset manager, and a convenience store? Not convenience store, gas station. There you go. Yeah, she was an asset manager in a gas station at 16, and now if you look at her, she gives course in university, and you're like, holy shit, what happened there? But then the rest of us, like, we're lucky we have a nurse. But I'll be fucking honest. right? Apart from the nurse, I think I got the one cousin that is a metal welder, but he's at the bottom of the barrel. Like he's like a new guy, right? At 35, so not super good. But a lot of my cousins, myself included, haven't really won at this game called life. And it's weird because when I look at the what we did wrong and what she did right, and what she did right was she worked harder than all of us. Then she have results, right? And although I feel like I'm too unfocused to be everywhere at once, I do believe that this is the right thing to do. And because I'm doing the quote unquote right thing, I think I'm gonna get more results, which is absolutely phenomenal, right? People are loud, bro. We're gonna go in soon. Don't worry, I'm gonna take you guys with me. We're gonna continue life inside just because it's becoming dark. Listen, we use the flare. We use the flare. Da-da-na-na. We're gonna do an hour and a half. We're gonna be using a flare tomorrow. I thought I had like tomorrow the 27th. So I do have a lot of time, but still, I want to use that because if I waste it, I'm gonna be mad at myself. Especially like it's weird. So it's really weird because if you look at, for example, YouTube, right? Some of my videos that did really well, so there was a kind of like a momentum going on. And some of my videos on Twitch are doing really well, and it was kind of again a momentum, so to say. Where the thing hurt is the fact that momentum is with the algorithm, and you don't really understand the algorithm. But with TikTok, they're literally telling you what to do. They're literally giving you reward and like, okay, well, this is step by step, right? Now, again, is their school of thought, right? Ta 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 ta. It's weird. The only thing that I have to do is go live 2 different days. So it's I do prefer, of course, when they give me more option as to okay, well, this is the thing that you have to accomplish. Of course, I think everybody is more of a fan of a lot of option versus a singular option. I do believe that. But it's still really cool. It's still something I appreciate. I'm gonna go in because again, it's getting really dark soon. Just give me a sec. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna prepare the house. Choo 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 choo. It's all about a little cleanup, right? It's weird because even me cleaning up, even me saying, "Hey, let me prepare the apartment," it does feel almost it does feel almost like whatchamacallit. It almost feels like non genuine, right? Take me as I come. I'd rather be hated for who I am than love for one who I am not. But yeah, see, it's a very like trying time. Again, long story short, never had really of a purpose. There was a couple of purpose, but not something that was long term. See, in my life, oh my God, I forgot the infinity cube. Let's have fun with that. Oh, shout out to Steven the Dead, the podcast that is taking us and making us able to be here for a while. See, I've had purpose in life. That's not true that I didn't have it, but all of those purpose were short term. All of those purpose was like, okay, well, this is today. This is next another day. And I think one of the creators that I watched, Boogie 298, has said it best, right? So Boogie 298 had a house. He took a mortgage on it, and he didn't pay the mortgage, right? And he went to this financial show with Caleb Hammer, which is a really good show, to be honest. Financial audit, really cool, really cool. it's funny because if it wasn't for Caleb being a sassy bitch, it wouldn't be as entertaining. But I think it's a winning recipe, and as long as it's winning, who gives a shit, right? And he was like, and Caleb, which is the financial like professional, if you will, was like, well, why haven't you paid your mortgage? And Boogie was like, I didn't think I was gonna be alive for this long. I thought I was gonna be able to pass away, and it was gonna be taking care of me, right? And it's although it's not a thing, it's almost as if I never saw myself as this important person. I still don't see myself as an important person, but now I realize that I don't need to be an important person to have a purpose, to have a goal, to have dreams. It always felt so far to me, so foreign to me, because again, I didn't think of myself as a winner, which is I have a problem of confidence. I have a problem of something else. It's a constant failure as a kid that led me to, okay, well, I don't want to fail, so I don't need to. I don't feel the need to. I don't feel the need to win. I don't want to fail, so I'm just not gonna play, right? And that's why it kind of happened. So I didn't have any purpose. Now that I have a purpose, it's weird. It's a period of tryout, and I know what you're. And I agree with you guys. It's been 3 years since we started doing content, and ultimately, 3 years of doing content is something that it should have been. Hey, you should be aware of what you're doing, or unaware of. But I'm still unaware, and the reason for that is because these lessons are supposed to be taught extremely young, and are lessons that are going to follow you the entire life, and you always have to work on that. So, for example, for self confidence is as simple as, okay, well, I'm at school, I have to be studious. I'm a sport guy, I need to be a bit more athletic, um, and it is a bit of a tryout, because even you become a father and you're like, okay, well, it's a question of self-confidence. And because again, I didn't have any purpose, but I didn't have any trial. My life wasn't easy for sure. I had social trial, but professionally speaking, I never had a lot of trial. It was like, okay, well, this doesn't work, right? And I think that's not necessarily the best attitude to have, but it is the one I had, right? So when I'm here and I'm like years and years, decades later, I'm like, okay, well, I have this purpose. I have something that I really care about. How do I get what I want? How do I work what I want? Do I even know how much to do every single day? Do I even know how I'm gonna get what I want? And the answer is no. The answer is I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. But there's this general belief of I'm doing my best and I'm doing what I think is right. I'm doing everything I think I can do, which again is as good. I think I'm gonna talk about father because I'm a dude. I think people always ask you the question, "Are you ready for the kid?" Right? And when you say, "Are you ready for the kids?" You're talking about, okay, well, are you ready for a bed, some clothes, some diapers? Are you ready for, for him or her to come in the world? But there's also this: are you gonna be a good father? And the reality is, you don't know if you're gonna be a good father until you have one. There's people going to tell you, hey, you're going to be a good dad, but you'll never know until you have one. And I feel like, sadly, there's a lot of people that don't have kids because they're like, oh, I won't be a good parent. But then again, there's people that have kids after kids after kids and don't really care about them. And it's a shame. It's a shame because you're not trying out to be like the best parent you can. You're not just like, hey, let's try to sing, let's have a kid. Oh, it didn't work? Okay, well, it didn't work. There's this couple on TikTok. And people are really mad at them, right? And at first, I didn't understand why. I felt like they were being trolled. So, the couple is a French couple, though. It's it's a child thing, because what happened is, like, so the girl, which is in the couple, was doing a live, and she was like, okay, well, if you give me cash, I'll sing. Right. Then you realize that when you do give her cash, she's not a good singer at all. So people were kind of making fun of that, and then they became this boyfriend who was already aggressive because people were making fun of his girlfriend, and his girlfriend she's a bit simple minded. She doesn't understand that people are making fun of her, but he understood. He became very bitter, and he was like, "Dude, don't make fun of my girlfriend." And he became very aggressive. So the people they said, "Okay, well, fuck that guy. He's an asshole because we're not attacking him." But at the same time, you're attacking my girlfriend, which is not good. Ooh, stage 9 reached. Hell yeah. Yeah, I heard that 9 o'clock is the second time. So you have not so much like a what should we call it? It's gonna be like, oh, the rankings are getting back. East Coast go live for 60 minutes. We're at how much? We're at 30 minutes. Good. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Stage 10, what is gonna be the reward for stage 10? Ta-da-da-da, ta-da-cha-cha. Hell yeah, good. Good, good, good. So yeah, so long story short, once again, like this guy was like an asshole, and then I didn't understand because I felt bad for them because nobody deserves to be bullied, right? And then you realize that no, there's more to the story. Like they had a bunch of kids they don't take care of. They're they're begging and they're creating a lot of problem. They're creating a lot of drama, and they get involved into every single drama. But they talk about other people. They don't talk. You cannot talk about them. So they're a bit of a toxic couple. They business with toxic presence on the social app. Now, again, I believe, and I sincerely believe that whatever you do, you should be doing whatever you want, whatever you do, you should be able to do. Okay, well, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, right? I do believe that. But at the end of the day, you have to understand that this is a shared platform. It's a shared space between a lot of people, and because it's a shared space between a lot of people, you have to understand that it's like when you go to work. You can be an asshole at home. When you're alone, you can be an asshole. You can be the worst dick when you're home because who you gonna hurt? Nothing, nobody but yourself. But when you come to work, you have to understand that it's a social place where you need to have social interaction. And they're creating problem because they're not acting as a societal thing. Not so much. I want to give a shout out to dude. I sincerely want to thank Sena Olivier. Merci d'être là. Thank you for being here. You're super kind. Girl's been there for a while, so shout. If you don't follow her, please do. Super grateful. There's also the fact that like we were talking about those old like YouTuber, and it's weird because we're it's really weird because at the same time you're like holy shit, like I'm watching these people, right? We're watching those people for a while, and we have those, and it's weird because like a lot of people are calling them famous, right? And then they say, oh, I'm not thinking myself as famous. But it is kind of cool. It is really cool because again, you're seeing this almost what should we call it? You're seeing almost these people that are making videos and videos and videos, and then you come out and there's people there's celebrities that makes autobiography, right? They're writing books about their life, and then there was a documentary released on Celine Dion, which is a Canadian singer that's super popular, right? She put that on the map before Justin Bieber did, before Drake from Toronto, and it's nuts because like we're looking at documentary of those people, and then like we have these people that are on social media that are putting their life on social media. And you're like, dude, it's not a documentary; it's a whole fucking channel, and it is a documentary. For example, I keep on coming to Nicocado Avocado because he's possibly the person I spend the most time, not even studying, but following. And it's weird because I did follow. I've been following HB for a while more, but with Nicocado, I've been following him. I started following him a year after he stopped being vegan, and he did 5 years of content, and I was there for more than half of it. But if you look at other people, for example, if you look at AGP, yes, I've been watching a lot of AGP, and yes, I was a fan of him, but When Nikocado, I was there like, oh, the guy released a new video today, I'm gonna watch it. And I would watch every single one of his videos that he released. And it was weird because you're in this position where, dude, I watched you grow, I watched you evolve as a person. I've watched you and watched you and watched you. And it's super weird because at the same time, you're like, holy shit. I saw more of your life. For example, like, if you see a kid, you see your kids, it's complicated. As a parent, you see your kid, right? The kid is, I don't know, I want to say like 4 or 5 years old, right? And, salut mon Zach, comment ça va? J'ai un petit bout, maintenant tu passes une belle Saint-Jean. Fait que tu vois les enfants. We're gonna switch in French because I got my Zach in the chat. Tu sais, je pense que tu vois l'enfant qui comme quand c'est quand tu l'as suivi toute sa vie, fait que tu sais pas qu'est-ce qui se passe, mais quand tu grandis, c'est plus compliqué, man. Guys, on follow Zach s'il vous plaît, c'est un super bon gars. Super bon gars, man. Zach c'est un fucking champion, man. But Dodo en création Black Mireille, venez me DM pour m'acheter. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. Comment ça va, mon Zach? Ça va bien? Hey, passez une belle Saint-Jean. On a vu plein de feux d'artifice, les autres. Puis j'ai parlé à plein de monde, puis ils n'ont pas eu de feux d'artifice. Je sais pas qu'est-ce qui est arrivé, mais il y a beaucoup de monde qui n'en a pas eu. Une belle petite monster. Une belle petite monster, ici. Oh mon dieu. Hey, c'est quand même tough parce que moi j'en ai genre un, what? Mais j'ai checké sur le site internet, puis apparemment, genre, c'est quelque chose par rapport à la. Comment je dis ça? Parce que, je sais pas pour toi, je sais pas d'où tu viens, là, mais genre, pour nous autres à Montréal, on a vraiment eu une période, une grosse vague de chaleur, tu sais. On a eu une semaine, là, c'est fucking chaud, mon homme, là. C'est crissement chaud, là. Fait qu'il y a eu de la sécheresse, puis ils ont eu peur que ça créerait des feux. Des feux que. À cause des feux d'artifice. Je sais pas si c'est vrai, là. Je pense que ça coûte plus cher qu'autre chose, là. Mais, à la fin de la journée, man, c'est weird parce que, regarde, combien de Saint-Jean t'as passé, man? Combien de Saint-Jean t'as vécu? Combien d'entre elles avaient des feux d'artifice? Une grosse majorité, là. Fait que ça sent pas la Saint-Jean. Écoute, shit. Hey, man, c'est fou quand même, là. Puis c'est quand même le fun qu'on a une journée nationale, là, tu sais. Comme moi, je te dis, j'ai une petite ville, là. Puis sincèrement, mon homme, là, sincèrement, je pense que ça fait des années que j'ai pas vu autant de monde à la même place à la Chine. La place où j'habite. Ça fait du bien, man, ça fait du bien. C'est une assez belle soirée, man. Sincèrement. J'étais content. Dude, c'est quand même une tu sais, en plus, là, le lundi prochain, on va avoir la Fête Canada. Là, sûrement qu'on va avoir des feux d'artifice. Sûrement. Mais je sais pas. Là, qu'est-ce qu'il faut que je fasse? C'est qu'il faut que je. Oh, mon gars. Il faut que j'aille sur YouTube tantôt. Chercher une publicité. Ça va être long, là. Ça va être long parce que c'est une publicité en particulier. Parce qu'on joue à un jeu beaucoup qui est The Tower. Puis là, le gars, je sais pas, demande-moi pas pourquoi, man. Mais le créateur du jeu, il a sorti genre 3 annonces en même temps, différentes. Puis j'en pogne pas assez. Fait que là, qu'est-ce que j'essaie de faire, c'est d'en pogner plus. Pour pouvoir enregistrer l'annonce et pouvoir réagir à l'annonce. Fait que ouais, c'est un petite affaire. Puis là, qu'est-ce que je vais faire? Je vais prendre une petite pause. On va lâcher ma tablette. On va commencer à chercher pour l'application, on va checker pour en tant que tel. On va quand même rester en live, mais on va connecter la GoPro. Le fait que ça enregistre le cloud un petit peu, parce que je pense que ça c'est important. Après ça, on va revenir, on va prendre ça relax. Je vais être là pour une petite bouche, je vais être là encore pour 45 minutes, 50 minutes. Fait que techniquement, j'aimerais ça atteindre le 1h30. Ça serait comme, je sais pas, je pense que ça serait une... ça serait quand même une belle chose, tu sais. Hey, ça me manque, man. Je vois dans le chat Igno Sun qui est dans fucking Fairy Tail. Ça me manque, man. Ça me manque d'être aussi intéressé, pas nécessairement intéressé, mais aussi impliqué. Oh, mon téléphone il overheat. Oh shit, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Voyons donc, qu'est-ce qui se passe, guys? On va tenir. Il fait chaud aujourd'hui, il fait chaud. Tu sais, c'est un petit peu normal, mais bon. On va le tenir. Je vais pas mettre de la Je m'excuse. Je vais pas mettre nécessairement la conditionner. Ça va être bruyant. Peut-être, ouais. J'aime ça que je dis, ça va être bruyant, mais je fais plus de bruit. Pardon. Ça fait du bien, mais on a pas mangé beaucoup, on a mangé genre 2 crêpes. Mais ça fait comme ça te remplit un coin, là. Fait que ça, on va faire encore une fois, on va aller faire ça. On va aller chercher la tablette. Ouais, ça va être pas mal ça. C'est fou. Je sais pas pourquoi. J'ai arrêté de mettre des motos likés. Faudrait que je recommence. Faudrait vraiment que je recommence. Fait qu'on revient. Je sais maintenant que Zach est plus là. You want me to continue in English? You want me to continue in French? I don't know. It's up to you guys. It's okay to tell me. Oh my god, this song, dude. I've been singing this song for how long? $35. Oh. Nice. Let's go. Hey. J'ai la tablette. Puis là, on va continuer à faire ça. Hey. Oups là, il a fait un accident. Non, on a fait un accident, mais ça va passer prochain maudit. Ta-ta. Good. On va faire ça. Oh shit. Une fois accro au tower. J'ai jamais joué à un jeu qui m'a autant intéressé que ça. C'est présentement, qu'est-ce qu'on fait? C'est assez simple. Tu sais, c'est bizarre que le téléphone a dit hey, tu es en train de surchauffer. C'est 21 là. Fait que je vais vous montrer. I'm gonna show you guys if you're looking for an ad, and I don't know why you would look for an ad. Like, the only reason is because I wanna react to it. So we're gonna make sure that our volume is down. Okay, perfect. That's good. That's good. I don't know. Usually for the ads, I like to listen to Gordon Ramsay, Elf Kitchen. The reason why is because I know for a fact that there's like ads on it. I know by heart. So it's kind of cool. Tu sais, Annie la Galante, elle vient souvent dans les lives, on va la follower. Super. C'est tellement jeune. Super chill. Fait que là, encore une fois, on a un ads right away. Ça serait vraiment cool qu'on l'ait tout de suite. Mais j'ai 2 ads différents à checker là. J'ai 2 ads. Les deux, c'est pas. Ouais, je sais pas pourquoi ils ont sorti deux publicités comme ça là. Damn. Oh shit. J'ai oublié de faire mon eau. Correct. Je ne fais pas de survivre avec ça là. Je sais pas si je suis toujours fatigué, man. Always tired. I don't know if you guys want me to speak in French or English. Again, it's a. Trust me. I'm gonna be creating content for years and years and years. Most people that create content, they have a team behind them that give them idea, to give them advice. With me, I do have advice from people, but it's not on a daily basis. Again, shout out to Janice, who gave me a lot of idea. Shout out to Jordan, who gave me a lot of idea. There's a lot of people that give me a lot of idea. So what we're doing here is, again, you're gonna go here, then you're gonna go down, just go down. You go down a couple of videos, constantly switch, and then they're gonna give you an ad after 5 or 6. So what you do is you do 5 or 6. There's 2 ads in between. You're gonna see the 2 of them that are what you're looking for. There's a little trick that you can do is the first ad is gonna be a game. So it's not gonna be the same game. Again, we're looking for the ads for the tower. It's weird because one of them is kind of recycled, but he made it longer. By he, I mean the creator of the tower. My apologies. It's not clear if he's the director or my apologies, or somebody else. It's not clear at all. Cha 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 cha. Choo 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 choo. Anybody can guess what we're singing here? Anybody can guess? Yeah, if you guessed fucking Pokemon, you're right. I don't remember if it's I don't remember if it's a song in general, or it's like a center, or it's like a shop. There's some people, I swear to God, they'll know that. They'll know for a fact that, hey, we've been, this is the exact place, and it doesn't matter how long it's been, it doesn't matter how many games there's been. Like, for example, there's gonna be this new game, there's new game of Zelda, right? And you're playing as Zelda. So it's kind of complicated because with Zelda, you've been playing as Link for so many years. There's instances where you don't play as Link. There's instances where you play, for example, there's a game called Tingle. You play as Tingle, but now you're playing as Zelda. And a lot of people are saying, well, it's not really The Legend of Zelda if it's not Link playing. And some people are gonna be like, okay, well, I still want to, I still want to play the game. I still want to buy the game, and where it's a challenge, where it's a problem, is because people are like, well, I'll buy the game because I got every single other Zelda. So you're basically saying, even before you try it, before you play it, I want to own it because I got a collection, which is fine. You can do whatever the fuck you want, but you should do something because you want to do it, not because it's something that you like. Like even when I think about artists, like for example, you guys are hearing me sing, and you guys are hearing me be about Nothing Nowhere, and Nothing Nowhere. I've said it time and time again. I stopped listening to him because again, I was doing better, and it was still a sad song. And then he made more mainstream stuff, which was more pop. And it's not that it's bad; it's just very different. Like there's this album that he did, which is the Suicide Pack or Trauma Factory. And to me, the album is nowhere near an album like Ruiner or an album like 20 something. So I didn't listen to it. Then when I came back, I saw that he released some music, and I was like, okay, well, and I do feel bad saying that. I thought that he released a new album, right? And I'll be completely fucking honest. I listened to one song, and I didn't get lucky because the song that I listened to wasn't attractive to me, wasn't something I was looking out from Nothing Nowhere. So I was like, okay, well, fuck it, I'm not gonna listen to the album. And then we had the Strawberry Moon, and because we had the Strawberry Moons, I'm like, dude, I've been wanting to find this artist. I was been wanting to do something very special. So we had wine, we had chicken wings, which again, it's not special, but for a dude that doesn't work, chicken wings are almost a luxury, you know. My mom should give me the wine because my mom, she likes wine. She's not a alcoholic, but she likes wine, and this is something that we both love. So it's like a point of like common interest, you know. And I was like, okay, well, I want to listen to a song that I'm gonna love, and I gave Nothing Nowhere another chance, and that other song that I gave a chance to was Dark Magic, which if you watch the videos of is Night Troll or Nature Corn, the hunt for the Strawberry Moon, and yeah, you were singing the whole night. We were singing Dark Magic. It was just a lucky thing that we found a song that we liked, and it wasn't a lucky thing because of it's a good song. It was a lucky thing because we found a song that we liked. So we're gonna give the album a chance. There's other songs on this album that I like, but admittedly, my favorite song is still Dark Magic. Haunted House is really good. Dark Magic is really good. I don't know it by heart. I don't know it as much as I want to pretend like I do. Yeah, those two are probably my favorites on the album. Dark Magic a lot more, but Haunted the House is really good too. And like it's funny because if you guys are watching my night show, if you guys are watching every single one my night show, there's a couple of weeks ago that we spoke to Celine, which is one of my best friend, right? And we kind of listen to the same music. She's more. I love Celine. She's more of a, oh, this is a new song, I'm gonna listen to it from an album that I like, right? I'm more so, hey, I fucking love this album. I fucking love this song. I'll listen to it again and again. I think, I really do think as a kid, um, we're looking for that specific song. As a kid, we're looking for new genre of song because it feels like we're exploring. Feels like we're discovering ourselves a little more, right? And then as an adult, again, it's really weird because as a kid, as mentality and as an adult, oh well, the fact that I know my song, the fact that I know the album, is very reassuring for two reasons. The first reason is you can just be lazy and say, hey, I don't need new song. I'm not against new song. I'm not against learning about new music, but I've got these music already that I love that I'm being there for a long ass time, and it is a almost a pleasure. It's almost of a it sucks. It's really bad because you realize that you're actively stopping yourself from exploring. You're actively stopping yourself from enjoying things, right? That you could enjoy because, oh well, I don't feel, but you cannot keep up with everything on music, and it's okay to have a bunch of songs that you like. I'm more so, oh, I love this song, I love this song, I love this song. Like, you guys have saw me sing the same song for entire evening, or listening to the same song for entire evening. And as an adult, again, it's really reassuring to know that, hey, no matter what, these songs exist. I was I don't think I told this story, but about 2 weeks ago, right? And again, I grew up listening to a lot of music, a lot of music. Music was my escape. In my early 20s and my late teens, music was all I had, you know. And then we had work, which again I was listening to too much music. Because I was listening to too much music, then I didn't enjoy music as much, right? Other ads, which is great. So I was listening to too much music, and I was tired of music, so I started listening to podcasts, to audiobook. Long story short, I spent the majority of 4 years not listening to music, and then when I came back to music, I was like, holy shit, you know? But it's really reassuring to know that. And I was looking for Susan Dan that I used to listen to. Because again, you're like, okay, well, what did I listen to 4 years ago, right? Because you come back to a zone of comfort, you come back to a zone of a place that you know, a place where you belong. You have a hard day at work, you come back home. Sanctuary. You have a hard day at school, you come back home. Your sanctuary. Got a fucking pimple over here. Ouch. And it is, I think it's very common. Okay, good. It's not the ad that we're looking for. Okay, good. So, I think it's very common for people to act like that, to think like that, right? And it's also a fact that you're not sure what you're looking for. And then I was remembering this song, right? And I didn't really remember the artist that sang it. And I couldn't find the song. I couldn't find it. And then I was sad. And then even yesterday, I was going through a couple of lives out of boredom, right? And it was more so I listened to a song which was John Legend, All of You, cause I give you everything again. And I didn't know this song, right? So I knew some of the lyrics. I was like, oh my fucking god, dude. I was supposed to remember this song. I was supposed to remember this. And I didn't remember it, so I had to look up the lyrics, and luckily I found it. It's what's going on in that beautiful mind. That's the lyrics that got me, right? And then we had We Are Hero Tonight from Milan to Thailand. And this song, again, it's a song I used to know, but because the reality is, and I'm sorry to say, but you're gonna learn it either way, is no matter, maybe not on the phone, but on the SD card. If you got a lot of things, if you have a lot of song, I at some point I had a terabyte, 1,000 gig of audio only, and my SD card kind of deleted or some file got corrupted, some music file got corrupted, so I lost some music, right? And of course, I don't want you guys to worry. We lost maybe 8% or 2% of the song that we had. But when you think about 1,000 gig, it is still 20 gig of song. And I don't know if you're good at math, but most of the songs are like 30, 15 megabytes. It's a long ass. It's 1,000 megabytes per gig. You're losing 2 gig, which is 2,000 megabytes. It is 15 per song. Do the math. It's a lot of song, and we kind of just lost it. And although it wasn't that big of a deal, it was still shitty. It's still shitty, and you could go back to art. That's why I think people prefer artists, but I'm different. I like song over artists. Like, there's gonna be this artist, I know this song, right? For example, there's this band called Mason, and I only know one song from him, and it's "Hate Me," because you can fucking hate me. I will say I love you, right? Or there's another band which is the Struts, which I know a couple of songs of. There's more bands that I like a song of. And a lot of people, they're gonna do is they're gonna find a good song, they're gonna look up the artist, then they're gonna look up for the artist, and they're gonna look it up. For example, I got extremely lucky. I was back when I was working. I want to say February. Shao was wanted to watch Onimusha, which was a Netflix show, and this song, and it's nuts. It's actually a crazy story. The song was "The Loneliest," which is a really fucking good song, right? It's really, really good. And can't really remember to say that. From the band was Loneliest, right? And it was from Manskin, and from Manskin we knew begging you. There was also the Slave. I wanna be your master, wanna be your rock star. Ta 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 ta. So I knew the voice of the singer, and in the Loneliest is the same singer. So you could kind of tell that it was a singer. And I was like, okay, well, I know the band, but I don't know the song. All I had to do was look up a band. But if I was listening to the artist, I would have paid more attention to the lyrics, to the music of different song versus understanding what the song meant. So if we're looking back at one of the bands that made the most difference for me, which is Linkin Park, right? Linkin Park was such a big part of my childhood. It was such a big part of who I am as a person. And the thing with Linkin Park is, and I'm going to be annoying with that, but it was the simple fact that I really started listening to what he was saying. I really started paying attention to the different meaning. When Chester Bennington, which is the lead singer of the band, unlived himself, a lot of his song had almost a different meaning. They had like this what meaning. For example, you look at Robin. I'm gonna take a example that is more common or more popular, quote unquote. If you take Robin Williams had a lot of speech that was kind of not so not not so much like a distress call, but it was having some it was having some speeches, and you were looking at it and you're like, okay, well, is he kidding or not, right? And you realize that no, he wasn't kidding. He wanted to unalive himself, but again, he was making it as a joke. He would say something super sad and he would make it as a joke. Jim Carrey just did the same thing. Jim Carrey wanted to unalive himself for a long ass time, and what happened was he would always joke about ending his own life, and he joked about it so much. To be honest, it's a pretty good story with Jim Carrey, and again, a fellow Canadian, so I feel the need to show some love and show some appreciation for this Canadian legend, right? And what is nuts, what is absolutely phenomenal with Jim Carrey is that he wanted to end his life, right? And he wanted to. Oh, I don't think I had to play with that. I got reported last time. He wanted to end his life, right? And he was always like, oh well, whatever happened happens. And then there was this almost like false alarm. It's a really cool story that you should look up. There was like this false alarm. There was this misread in the weather report, and they were saying like, oh, because Jim Carrey, he bought an island, he lives on an island, he owns an island, and they were like, well, guess what? You're gonna be able to this island, or the zone of the island is gonna be touched by a tsunami or a tornado. And then his daughter, Jim Carrey's daughter, called him and said, hey, you understand that there's gonna be something there? And Jim Carrey actually applaud him, right? He was like, well, what can I do? He understood right away. He couldn't do shit. So he's like, okay, well, this is it. This is the end. And then I don't remember how much time it was. And again, that's the story that he said. Is it true? I don't know. But it was like I had like 5 minutes to live. I spent it with my daughter, and understanding that his life was almost finished, and he was able to talk to his daughter, and he just realized how precious life was, and that near death experience was something that really saved him. And finally, what happened was the the tornado didn't even come close to him, right? And it was like a false alarm, and that saved his life, right? Which is nuts. It sucks because we come back to Robin Williams. One of his friends unalived himself, not that long before him, and Robin Williams was like, dude, he was saying, oh, unaliving yourself is a temporary. It's a he was really smart. He said, ending your life is a how did he say that? I don't remember how he said that. He said, how did he say that? It was really powerful. I listened to it yesterday. Holy shit, I have a bad memory. What's up, 1v1? You good? We're looking for an ads right now, which sucks. Appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you. See, it's funny because it doesn't bother me. This is engagement, and the social media are gonna see this amount of message, and they say, hey, can I like you can do whatever you want, dude. You can do whatever you want to do, bro. Do as you wish, my friend. He said something like, "Oh, ending your life is a eternal solution to a temporary problem." And a couple of weeks after, he was just like, "No, this is it." I appreciate you, 1v1 me. I appreciate you, my guy. Again, I'm not supposed to be on the tablet, but I am. Which is, what can I do? What can I do, dude? So yes, look, it feels bad because this guy was, admittedly speaking, it was weird because Robin Williams was so popular, and then he had this fall from grace, but he still meant a lot for so many people. And at the end of the day, it's legacy. We were talking about legacy yesterday we were talking about legacy on 24th versus a Looking for the Culture, which we were listening to Monster from Inaria, which is an amazing song, by the way. And yeah, we're talking about legacy versus culture, and I think he actually did a lot for the culture, and I do appreciate that. I do appreciate you, my guy. Thank you so much, 1v1. Super, super kind, bro. Super kind. And it's sad because the guy, and then he unalived himself, but like he did some really good movie. Like I think one of his movies that he did was the most popular was actually like Good Will Hunting. And it's funny because in Good Will Hunting there is some mention of that. My favorite movie from Robin Williams is gonna be Dead Poet Society. I think Dead Poet Society is a fantastic. It's about a dude who goes into a class and he's being told to teach a subject, but it's like, no, I don't want to teach it. I want to teach people how to live. And it's a really powerful moment. Really powerful moment. It's like we had another movie with Antonio Banderas. He did a movie with, he was a teacher and a house, not a school of problem kids, and he was a what should we call it? You know when you don't have your teacher is not there, and there's somebody else. Bro, 1v1, I appreciate you, dude. You're doing too much, my guy. I appreciate you, guy. So kind, dude. Wow. And you see, the guy, he wasn't respected in the beginning, and then he was like, okay, well, guess what? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna really try. And he tried, and at the end of the day, he did help those kids, and it was a beautiful story. Like, I feel like a good role model for people is super important, and I know it came from Robin Williams unliving himself, but I was lucky enough to be born in the '90s, and the '90s, Robin Williams was one of those. Got Will Smith, which was one of those, and then Will Smith sadly got into this toxic relationship with Jada, and now he's a joke. But back then he was super super respected, and the part of me that missed that, I missed that, not that link, but to have the spirit, it was so simpler. You had so many people that are so fucking cool. Even when you look at the wrestling, and I'm not a wrestling fan, but I think culturally speaking, we had a lot of more. We had it's complicated because again, entertainment is subjective. So, you having a good time is subjective. You having a good show is subjective, right? And it's it's a shame, dude. Yo, let me follow you, dude. Let me follow you first. Just say thank you, my guy. So kind. Oh, I'm already following you. Appreciate you. Seriously, sincerely appreciate you, bro. Sorry if I was a dick to you last couple of days. Didn't mean to be a dick. Again, we're not fucking getting the ads. It sucks, guys. We're looking. Oh, 2 ads in a row. Again, thank you, bro. I appreciate it, and I do mean it. I'm sorry, bro. Because again, the day you came in, I had a guest who said the N word in my live, and that got me pissed off. So I thought you were trolling also, dude. Appreciate you, man. Big applaud for a new friendship and mending friendship. Because again, I don't think we should hate anybody. I don't think it brings you a somewhere, and for sure, it's not something that's healthy. But yeah, I had a guest in my life who said the N word, and that was kind of my. It was also my first guest on TikTok. It was my first guest, so yeah, that was kind of shitty. But then again, it's life, and at the end of the day, we're moving along, right? Okay, please give me the ad. Please give me the ad. No, you're not giving me the ads. Holy shit, dude. You're giving me the wrong ads. Dun, 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 dun. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. Again, the fact that there's simple songs like this that exist and are pushing are pushing forward more so a certain message. It's just phenomenal. It's just such a cool thing. Like, how can I say that? What do we need to do? We need to be live for 22 minutes again. Co-host. Okay, good. Oh, nice. I'm gonna use a flare, but I can only use one for life, which is a good thing. So again, I wish there was a place where you could actually get the ads. What I could do, there's a small ID, but I don't know if it's gonna work. What's going on in that beautiful mind? 'Cause I gave it all. See, again, with John Legend, never listened to the guy, never listened to the song that he did. I knew him from I think it's Jesus Superstar. I believe it is. That's like a theater kid, right? A theater kid, is that it? Is that how we say it? Okay, is this the ads? Please tell me this is the good ads. Oh shit. Dude! Found it. I found it. Woo, baby. I found it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This is so good. This is so fucking good. With the entire thing. I'd rather do like a videos of every single ad. So far. Again, bro, thank you for the likes. Thank you for being cool. Sincerely grateful. Holy shit, guys. We're gonna do like another, I think 20 minutes sounds good. But yeah, we found it, which is great. Oh my god. What's going on in that beautiful mind? My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. think it's the same thing, but I'm not sure. I think it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. Okay, but there's. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you soon, and appreciate you. Sincerely appreciate you, dude. Again, sorry that we had a rough beginning, but at the end we have a good friendship right now, and I do appreciate that even more. Shout out to 1v1 me, super gent. Appreciate you sincerely, dude. Now we have one of the ads out of the tree of them, which is not one of those that I wanted, but it's still cool. Okay, so we got two ads here. Again, I know it's stupid, but take an example, right? For example, if you take a game like Fortnite, right? People are gonna be reacting to the trailer of Fortnite, and although the tower isn't that big of a game, it still feels like that big of a game. It's all a question of perception. It's all a question of it's weird. It's weird. It's a question of I would say it's a question of perception, no, a kind of interest. It's nuts the growth you do as a person. Then I'm so happy. So the kind of the story when one of you want me is, dude, and again, I'm super grateful for him or her. I don't even know. But what happened was it came in my life 2 days ago. One kind of passive aggressive, nothing really mean, but I had a troll in that, and kind of like a big troll. So what happened was like, okay, well, it's a troll too, and I didn't give that person a chance, which just sucked because you should always give people a chance, right? And so yeah, so what happened was again, I was like, okay, well, fuck you. And then the next day he came back and said, hey, remember when you were rude? And I was like, dude, you're gonna start again, but I was rude for no reason. Well, I had reason. Oh my god. You're doing something, right? And you have your reason for doing so. Then again, it's a question of perception. Are your reason for doing it justifiable? Are your reason for doing something good reason enough to do some? If I'm pushing you and my reason is, oh, you deserve it, is that a good answer? Is that something that is okay to say? Is that something that is okay to do? We're watching Gordon Ramsay, who has like a golden play button, like a diamond play button. Holy shit. Dude has made so much money on YouTube, honestly. Dude has made so much money. I wonder what is the net worth of Gordon Ramsay. I don't think it really matters because I think Gordon Ramsay had a really big impact on me as a teen. Had a really big impact as a person. But again, he worked so hard. Gordon Ramsay sacrificed a lot of time with his family, right? And I kind of like a sad story. I'll come back to it. I'll come back to it a lot, but when I don't do videos on Gordon Ramsay today, why not? It could be cool. It could be like a really good thing. Gordon. We'll do a video about that right after. Cause I'm breathing fine. Yeah, the 15 minutes guys today, we're done. We're done, bro. We're done, bro. It's every day, bro, with the Disney Channel flow. Gonna sleep well tonight. Again, always fucking tired. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why. My apologies. Ooh. But I'm breathing fun. Cause I give all of you. Again, some ads. Might get lucky. And I don't know why on the two other phone it doesn't work. On this one it works. I got the 2 ads this morning, which was great. Man, it's the hunt for content. It's like, for example, if you're reacting to a video, right? You find an hidden gem. It's easy to react to something that everybody's reacting to. For example, right now is the famous Dr. Disrespect thing. And people are reacting and they're like, oh my god, what did you do? I didn't give my opinion on Dr. Disrespect. But I think I should give it because again, we're just talking about it. I'm not super involved. I never listen to content. I think he's an amazing entertainer. I do think that he's an amazing entertainer. So what happened is Dr. Disrespect is this character that is bigger than nature. I actually read his audiobook, which was really, really fun. Really good too. It was Guy, and it was a almost a super like, how can I say that? It was a super like inspirational kind of book, and so what happened is he DM'd the minor, and there was plan to meet her, right? He said they was talk with the minor. So he was banned from Twitch. We didn't know why. Now we know why, and it was kind of removed. It was not so much removed, but it's very weird. It's very fucking weird. So Dr. Disrespect got banned from Twitch. We didn't know why. And at Time Zone, there was a new meta for artistic nudity, which got a lot of people like Morpie terminated. So artistic nudity was like, hey, you can be on bikini and you can be dressing as suggestively as you want, as long as it's not porn, will allow it. So people like Morpie, which is a content creator on Pornhub, which I fucking love. I love Morgan. She's hot, dude. She's hot. Love Morgan. But so she tried it and she got kicked out because she was topless, right? So there was this part from nudity because again, Twitch was at the very core Justin TV. Justin TV was a gaming live stream platform. Twitch introduced Just Chatting, who gave me fucking Kid Boga. The only reason I'm doing this video is because of Kid Boga, so be thankful that we have a Just Chatting, not only video games. So we got Kid Boga, and then the kind of like the biggest I want to say stars. I guess stars is a good way to say it, right? The biggest content creator were all Just Chatting. There was no more. It was the Hot Tub Stream. It was Amurant. It was Sunny Ray. It was Valkyrie. It was a lot of people that did some almost not so much corn stuff, but akin to corn stuff. And then there was a talk that not one but two executives at Twitch has been fired or terminated because of sexual misconduct. So there was a lot of sex talk, and then the whole thing with Dr. Disrespect happened. So they're like, okay, well, Dr. Disrespect is one of our biggest streamer. So what do we do? Right? So they terminated the contract. They didn't want to bring a reason why, because again, it was at this point there was sexual scandal after sexual scandal. So they're like, okay, well, no. And what happened was, okay, again, Dr. Disrespect messaged a minor, to meet. Right? There was he said that there wasn't any sexual talk, but there was something that you shouldn't have with a minor, right? There was leading to sexual, and he wanted to meet her, and he planned to meet her, and then it was on the Twitch Whisper, so somebody reported that Twitch was able to go into the Whisper because it's their platform, and was able to understand that this happened. Again, what happened was they terminated. They didn't want to make sure that, hey, we're not gonna say sexual misconduct because we've been hit with that again and again and again. Now, somebody was told the story of what happened. There were executives of Twitch. Then they were fired, and then the NDA, which is the non-disclosure agreement, was terminated, so they could talk about the subject, right? Which again, it's all a question of like the legality of it, and if it was something so bad, it doesn't matter if you have a non-disclosure agreement, you should say so. So then Dr. Disrespect again, he made this post saying, hey, I did talk to a minor. Now, my opinion is the same opinion on Gordon Ramsay. Now, did Gordon Ramsay speak to a minor? No. But they were both in the same case. They were both in the same, like, almost genre. So you see, there was Gordon Ramsay, who was applauded for being a dick, applauded for being an asshole, applauded for being direct and swearing on TV, applauded for, again, being a dick. He was a jerk. If you look at the early season of Hell Kitchen, he was a bully, right? And people applaud that because they find it funny. And then the problem with Gordon Ramsay, he rose to fame. He rose to a lot of fame, and then he almost got soft cancel. Or the soft cancel was like, well, you're being a much of a dick, right? We don't really want that. So there was a period where all you could see on TV was Gordon Ramsay, and then he kind of disappeared. And then you're like, what happened? And he said so in an interview. He was like, well, I was told that I was being too rude. So again, I had this, people were applauding me for being that way. But then when it didn't pay the bill, when people start complaining, I have to change. So you're you're worshiping me for something, but then crucifying me for it later on. And for Dr. Disrespect, I think is the same thing. Sorry. Dr. Disrespect is a character that Guy, which is the guy behind Dr. Disrespect, plays. And he's an asshole. He's a kind of jerkish. He's kind of like arrogant, right? Yeah, very arrogant. And then what's going on is he's like, okay, well, you're applauding me for being an asshole. I'm gonna really be an asshole. And then, of course, some line were crossed. Some line that you shouldn't cross were crossed. I agree with that. But you're applauding somebody for being an asshole, and then you're like, oh my god, they're an asshole, dude. You literally applaud, and by applauding the fact that he was an asshole, you're basically applauding the fact that he was able to get away with what he did. For example, if you look at if you look back, hey, 1v1, thank you so much for being here, bro. If you look at a ancient example, we're gonna go way back. We're going back to O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson was an athlete, right? And then they were thought that he killed his wife, but he wasn't sure. And again, until the trial, O.J. Simpson was almost worshipped. And then it came out that he really did it, and people were like, "Holy shit, you worship me, you gave me, yeah, applaud me for something, and then you crucify me." You cannot do that. If you're gonna applaud somebody for being a douche, you have to applaud them till the end. And again, with Disrespect, with Dr. Disrespect, there was like that being cross. I get that, but understand that it wasn't from. Dude didn't start like one day and say, "Hey," on his first day of content creation, he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna talk to Minor." It was somebody that thought it was invincible. It was somebody that was actually literally told he was invincible. Like, what was really sad, if you look at again, I'm going to talk about Twitch, but if you look at Kai Cenat and Valkyrae, so Kai Cenat and Valkyrae were, I think it was last year or the year before, there were the forefather or the front bearer, the people that were most popular on Twitch. Congratulations. So Kai Cenat was giving a pair of shoes, and that is a true story. You can check it out. Was giving a pair of shoes, Twitch, one-on-one. They were made for him. They were very different. They were exclusive. And Valkyrae was giving a billboard, to show, hey, as the face of Twitch. Now, why did Kai Cenat get a pair of shoes? And she got a whole sponsored, which was free, a whole ad for her. And it seemed unfair. And again, it sucks because, like, it's really showcasing the gaming industry, which sucks because I'm a gamer at the heart. But with Kai Cenat played Elden Ring lately, and he finished the game, which is fantastic because it's a hard game, right? Because he finished the game, he got a statue of Melania. He got a gift from Software. Now the reality is, Kai Cenat playing Elden Ring before the DLC did help with the sale of the DLC, which was a huge thing. So there's a reward to be given here. I get that, but a lot of people beat the game and you didn't give a price to them all. I feel like one of the really cool moves that From Software did, really cool move, was there was this playwright called Let Me Solo Her, who beat the toughest boss in the game 1,000 times, and then he was just like, hey, guess what? We're gonna give you a sword because he beat her 1,000 times, right? And that was kind of important because they made him a part of the game. They had a patch and they put him in the game as an NPC, which was great. Then you got Kai Cenat, which I think he's fantastic. I think he's the future of Twitch. He's the future of streaming, right? Because who else is doing as big as he does in streaming? We lost so many streamers. We got Valkyrae, who's not really doing gaming stream anymore. And it's funny because Kai Cenat wasn't a gamer. Well, maybe he was a gamer because I don't know the story of Kai Cenat, but if you look at him, he's more like a just chatting than the gaming. Fuck, dude, we're not getting the ads, bro. We've been at it for like an hour, right? Damn, dude. 1v1 again, man. Appreciate you. Guys, we're gonna end the stream here. Because again, I got a lot of videos to film for YouTube. But shout out to the ones you won me. Appreciate you, my guys. I hope you guys had a good time. I had a great time. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 o'clock PST or 2 hours before this. Love y'all. Be kind. Be yourself. Be weird. 1v1, you made my night, bro. You made my night. Appreciate you. Big shout out, big love. See you guys soon. Peace. What's going on in that beautiful mind? Do 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 do. Choo 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 choo.